My waistline is under siege.
In the light of stuff that's been going on in YouTube, let's say for the past months that, or even the past week, that has affected people in different ways, whether getting flagged, getting your content limited or demonetized, or even your channel demonetized with the whole reused content flag. The reused content flag has a big problem. And yeah, you can go look through the guidelines help and the YouTube help and all this and that and find out what they consider reused content. But that doesn't help at all when it comes down to us using our favorite song, which is either copyright or royalty free, as our intro. We are playing the same game over and over again, which is probably going to get flagged because it looks the same. And we're one of those channels that do those types of things. It could also be us just having commentary and cutting clips out of our own streams and making shorts out of it. We don't know what reused content is because YouTube doesn't tell us when we get hit or demonetized for it. I know this personally because I've actually asked when I got demonetized back in March, when I got hit for reused content. And they were like, we don't have a system to tell creators this, but you have a system to detect it. So what is the difference between detecting it and telling us that you're not giving us? And I think it falls into the line of transparency. And I think this belongs to every channel out there, whether you're big or small. Yes, there's going to be favoritism and special treatment depending on how big you are, how successful you are, and how YouTube views you, and how you've maintained your content along their guidelines. But for smaller creators and creators that have been doing this for a while, to honestly just wake up one day and have their channel demonetized, especially being hit by reused content, and we're not told what the reused content is, it leaves not just a state of shock, but a state of giving up, depending on the personality. Me, myself, I actually thought about it a couple of times as I held my mouse cursor over the delete channel button. But how is it for any creator, new, old, or still trudging through, to deal with something in a system that flags you for reused content, takes away your extra monetary gains that you're using for whatever purposes that helps you get through life, but you can't tell us what in the system flagged us? And that's a huge problem that falls on YouTube. It falls on under the transparency. And I think more people need to start talking about this. I think more people need to start addressing this, not by weaponizing the unfairness, but pointing out that there's a flaw when it comes to a simple platform called YouTube, yet they're not talking or being transparent with you. And I think that needs to change. I think if you're going to have an algorithm that detects something that hits you in such a way that you can spend 1 to 3 to 4 months or never again getting your monetization back, your YouTube partner program back, you need a system in place to tell you what the content was so you don't repeat the same mistakes. Otherwise, it feels like you're getting slapped in the face. You're told just deal with it, delete your videos, and move on. What videos am I supposed to delete? We can't tell you that because we don't know. If you don't know and you can't tell us that, how did your algorithm pick it up and flag it as reused content? Well, we do a monthly review. So if you're doing a monthly review and you're thinking it's reused content, why don't you put that within the report of why your monetization was taken away? It's not that hard to click videos and say, these are the problems. And I don't understand why YouTube hasn't done that for the amount of time it's been here. You expect us to focus on 10-minute videos, and then you switch it to shorts. And then from shorts, you want us to go back to 10-minute videos and then focus on live streams. Awesome. Algorithm has to change. Goalpost has to change. Everything has to change because things change with time. But the one thing that hasn't changed is the transparency between YouTube and creators, especially smaller ones. The reused content hit is one of the biggest problems out there I've noticed. I am grateful to be able to be monetizing YouTube. I am grateful to have members and people participate in my chat. I am grateful that I was able to get back into this program after months of being denied appeal videos, etc., because I went back to my normal gaming. I didn't know why it was still being flagged as reused content. What was I supposed to be removed? I removed almost 200,000 views of content because something I cared about took my whole focus, and I focused in on that. So it kind of put my soul in a way, if you believe in that, in jeopardy, because I was like, if I'm going to associate myself with something that I actually care about and apply myself 110% to the point where I'm almost doing 16-hour live streams covering the events going on, and then I get punished for it, but you don't tell me why, and then I remove that content and I'm still getting flagged for reused content, then it wasn't that content, because we will never know. Now, this isn't a woe is me. This is not boo-hoo-hoo, you probably deserved it, or boo-hoo-hoo, you should take a look at your content and just fix it. We all make mistakes as human beings, whether a content creator, a gamer, a drama channel, a makeup channel, a home improvement channel, a how-to channel. It doesn't matter. The whole responsibility here falls on the transparency between YouTube and the creators. That communication needs to be brought in and brought in. And I know there are channels out there that are suffering. Sorry about the chair. I know there's channels out there that are suffering. I know there is channels out there that have been hit with reused content and they don't know why. They don't know how to fix it, and they get no help from the support tab you have in your studio. For me, I don't know how I got it back, and I'm grateful. But it took months of being denied, months of just going back to my old routine, months of watching everything I've worked for slowly get taken away, which means the sub count started dropping because, yes, the people that were watching for the thing I was covering were eventually going to leave. But every time I started getting a little growth, YouTube would take it away the next day or the next hour, or every time I went live, every time I uploaded a video. There would be no views, but my sub count would go down or something else would happen. And we're already fighting the algorithm. We're fighting millions of people on this platform just trying to get the next video, the next thumbnail that grabs a whole bunch of people's eyes and makes them want to appreciate your content. But that battle is never going to stop. Doesn't matter where you are. It's normal. But if we're putting all of our effort into making content to appease and entertain, and it's getting us punished, but you're punishing us but not telling us what the problem is, how is anyone going to learn with this platform if you will never tell us? This probably sounds like a bunch of word salad. And as a creator, which is weird still saying, and a gamer, Fortnite, or however you want to call me, YouTube, this is not blaming you, but this is asking for you to do something more. All of us are screaming sometimes in general just to be heard. And sometimes the only way we can do this is through our content. And if our souls are constantly being put up to the test of whether or not it's worthy of being on a front page or in a feed or in the algorithm, you're going to lose more creators' ability to drive the next $26 million channel. You never know. But for those that have been hit by this reused content issue and feel like they want to give up, don't. There needs to be more communication between YouTube and creators. I'm not saying have a one-on-one discussion with everyone out there, but at least simplify. Tell us what content on our channel has caused the reused content flag to hit, and start realizing there might be millions of people trying to make it successful on here. They're still all individuals that get hit the same way when this happens. I don't know what else really to say about this, but I'm probably going to take a bunch of bigger channels. They'll probably never see it. I'm probably just an avatar and a voice because I don't like showing my face. I don't. But the person who's talking right now behind this avatar is real. And the problem I'm talking about is real. And I wish things do change and the algorithm can adapt and transparency can grow, so both not only the platform is successful in the future, but more creators feel safe and acknowledged and recognized on this platform. Thank you for your time. I am FATS Gaming, Justice FAT-STEVENSEAGAL, however you want to call me. My name evolves more than my waistline. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out. Have a good day. And if you've been hit by that reused content thing, share your story in the comments.